I'm a 39-year-old Zimbabwean. I'm here in Canada and have been here for a month and a day today. The decision to come to Canada was a wrestling match. It was a difficult decision to make. Leaving what you call home with 2 children is not easy. I made the decision to come to Canada in 2017, but piecing it together was not easy. You think about the life that you've built, regardless of whether it's comfortable or uncomfortable. And you think about going to a place that you've never been to before. So I made the decision to come in October 2018. I had to plan how I was going to do it. I have 2 American-born children, so I was plugging them out from where they call home. We had to talk about it and have family roundtables. Not once, not twice, but nearly every day since October. The hardest part was knowing that I was going to uproot my children from an environment where they were born, because I was fleeing and I'm fleeing where I was born. The hardest part was making the decision to come. The planning of the journey was difficult as well, because there's so many people, so many things you're leaving behind to go to a place that you know nothing about. Mentally, I was paralyzed because I struggled with the decision of whether to come or whether to just stay in a situation that I didn't know how it would play out. Leaving your friends that become family, leaving what you've built behind to come into nothing is very challenging. It's somewhat embarrassing. It also feels degrading to also have the term, but knowing that you're seeking something better, not just for yourself, but for your children and for their futures. When I arrived in Canada, the fears that had me paralyzed were made a little easy, ironically, by the officers at the border, who were very welcoming. Of course, they had to do their jobs and be forceful how they had to be forceful, But at the same time, there was still a human touch that they offered, which made the landing a little bit softer. The process from the border through having to be arrested, that was humiliating because that happened with my children staring at me. But again, the officers were as gentle as they could be in every part of the way. We had to process the paperwork and fingerprints. Then we were housed in temporary makeshift shelters close to the border. And again, every individual that we encountered was as gentle as they could be, adding a human touch to the tormenting experience already. After processing the paperwork, we were then bused to Montreal at the YMCA. That's the first place that my children and I have called home in Canada, is the YMCA. They make it homely enough for you to have a starting point. They assist you with every piece of what you need to put together to get your paperwork processed. All of the workers at the YMCA are genuinely caring. Being inside the YMCA at first was intimidating because there's so many nationalities, so many languages being spoken, and everyone has the same goal. I never thought I'd become a refugee, and not a refugee with two daughters. So far, the process has given me a peace of mind for what I hope for. But I still have a long way to go.